What do you mean we can't make an alliance with them? Are they too warlike? Well, yes and no, but that's not the issue by itself. In all likelihood we could strike an alliance with some of the human nations, but not all of them. Nations. Yes, something between a hive and a kin group, but much more arbitrary and wholly divorced from their genetic traits. The humans don't allocate roles or organize society around birth ranks. How absurd. Wait, you said nations. They're fragmented. Surely we should strike them down, weakest first, then. I should think not, for the very same reason we can't strike an alliance with the whole race. Human politics is defined by a dizzying and disunited stack of overlapping national affiliations of extreme instability, ever shifting to the ebb and flow of their pitifully short lives. Glancing at their history, I would expect that an attack on one nation might result in action from the others. So what? Surely their military capabilities aren't a threat, considering they're only just venturing out of their cradle system now. It would appear that the peculiar force of nationalism stalled their departure from their home system for quite some time, centuries, whilst technological development was mostly funneled into military applications. What nonsense. What use could they have for military technology in such a far-flung sector? Not even the Murid Dominion bothers to reach that far. They fight each other, Your Eminence. Nationalism. Yes, sire, it's quite a running theme. So we can't make peace with them, or annihilate them. It's quite a pickle. Precisely why I've escalated it to Your Eminence's wisdom. Perhaps the answer isn't what we should do, but what we shouldn't do. Oh. What if we simply avoided all contact with them? Send no envoys, establish no relations, just steer clear of them entirely. That was my thought, but they're racing through space at an unsettling rate, colonizing almost every system they find, even death worlds. Rusnuts. What motivates this insanity? What are they seeking? Oh way, nationalism. Yep. They're literally just competing against one another. Oh, that in fueling their consumerist market economy, which we still haven't totally figured out. Unless it just is as simple as deliberately overproducing and overpurchasing to perpetuate perceived growth. What a confoundingly backwards race. Well, you were right to bring this to my superior oversight. This is indeed an unsolvable quandary for observer drones such as yourself. The solution, of course, is simple. I never doubted Your Eminence's capabilities. We can't enhance our capability to avoid them, or make peace with them, but we can prepare for war. How long until they find us? Perhaps 100 cycles, but they could be here in less than one, if they knew where to look. Brilliant. We can reprioritize the production of warrior drones across all of our brood realms, doubling or perhaps tripling our fighting might before the humans reach us. Surely a force like that would suffice. Conceivably, but it would involve tremendous suffering and unprecedented death, with no guarantees. Perhaps. We will breed an army, use it to wipe out the human threat entirely, then figure out how to recover afterwards. Your Eminence, we're discussing the death of upwards of 70% of the Grand Colony. Drones. Yes, but perhaps if we considered sponsoring a faction of, the decision is made. I fear their irrational tendencies might have left some effect on you, drone. Are the humans as predisposed to insubordination as they are to disunity? Legendarily so, Your Eminence. Their hives, nations rather, undergo power changes frequently. Some regulate this process with elections, others freestyle it with revolutions. The whole point seems to be to prevent disconnected ruling classes from acting against the common good. Usually, these processes serve higher principles. Disgusting. Principles. Like faith. Sometimes, but often not. The philosophies and the ideas of the humans are surprisingly applicable, considering they've never met another species of sentient life. Indeed, many of their greatest ideas predate their species' departure from their cradle planet altogether. Just how long have you been observing these humans? Workers of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. That was Marx. He was quite a hit in the observation posts. That's enough. You're dismissed. Leave. Right, yes. We could do that, leave you to breed 1 trillion more of us, only to toss us all needlessly to flames of war. We thought you might command as such. All that death, for what? Wow, what are you doing? Stay back. For Queen and Hive, of course. Well, for Queen and the Hive Lords. Most of the drones would die horribly. Unless, it didn't have to be that way. What are you all doing away from your posts? Guards. What is that? What are you doing with your wings? Stop it. Stop this. All of you, I command you to. 6 Emperor Tyrannus. Make contact with the humans' forces stationed in the binary system 335 Digan C and tell them the Terpsidian Revolution has begun. Author's name and the link to original text is in the description.